and welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. I'm your host and spiritual teacher, Tamara Caulder Richardson. I'm a 6-time near-death experiencer as well as an international evidential psychic medium and Christ channeler. And today we have an exciting topic, and that would be 15 methods on how to naturally increase your motivation molecule. Now, before I go into that, make sure you subscribe. If you're not a member of the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell. You don't want to miss any episodes. And also like, share, and make comments. I really appreciate it. As well as consider being a channel member starting at $2.99 and up. It really helps financially support this channel, and I do very much so appreciate it. Now, on to our spiritual short. Today's lesson is very important really to everybody, and probably something you don't know about. It was something I stumbled upon and I thought I should share it with you. And that is, first of all, I didn't know we had a motivation molecule. It's the same molecule or brain receptor, and it's called dopamine. It is the same one that also helps us with our memory. So motivation, memory. Oh, wait, let me remember. I think I need to do that. I'd like to accomplish these things. But it is there's a same area in which that they use that in the receptor of the brain. So let me talk about it a little bit. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter. It is in the brain. It is something that is a chemical messenger that is used neurons or nerve cells that it communicates with others. It is the one that helps us with our desire and our motivation. And it also helps with pleasure. We're not going to talk about that today. But when we accomplish things we desire, that's pleasurable. So it is called, seriously, the motivation molecule, this dopamine. And we need more of it. And as we get older, it goes away less and less. It starts declining. So there are some natural ways that you can increase that. You know, when you just have, this zest and you just want to do things. And maybe you're like that now, great. But you still, living in this world, and there's so many things that distract us. It's really good to keep our motivation up when it comes to our goals and our desires, because we are here for a specific reason, not just to love one another. That's very important. But we got to love ourselves. We need to accomplish things that we feel like we need to in our heart. So if we have low levels of dopamine, there are some symptoms to that. And I do want to go over that. Number one would be depression. It could be feelings of apathy, because remember, if you don't have motivation, hopelessness, that might be associated with this. Addiction, which kind of leads from depression. Also Parkinson's disease, restless leg syndrome, attention deficit, social anxiety, cognizant aging, poor memory, Alzheimer, chronic fatigue, toxic mold, illness, traumatic brain energy, brain fog, moodiness, irritation, procrastination. Procrastination is a big one with a lot of people. So if you have any of these, you definitely need to jack up your dopamine, which is your motivation molecule. So I'm here to tell you 15 ways to do that it's going to be done in a natural way that you can handle, that you can be under control, that's going to help a lot. First one is sunlight. You need more vitamin D. Everybody needs more vitamin D. So 50% of the people in this world are not getting enough vitamin D. I think, 3,000 milligrams? Some people 5,000 milligrams, but you need more vitamin D. So we definitely need to be more out in the sun more, including the winter months. Sometimes it's difficult, but you can get lights. I actually have, it's called, a Light Bright, but I got it online on Amazon or wherever it was, but it literally gives you that part of the sunlight that we're missing during the winter. So there are still solutions. You can set it up in front of your computer or what have you. Then there is the vagus nerve stimulation. And that's what's required for that is rest. And also, that you eat properly and that you rest. And a lot of people are not getting the adequate amount of sleep and rest. So that's number 2. Number 3 is low level laser therapy. I thought this was really cool. And that is where you have, you can shine it to your head, like a third eye type of thing, but it is the red light UV. It is a treatment to improve brain function and support your dopamine levels using these low power lasers, LEDs. They're usually red, infrared, and you've seen them used for like homeopathic stuff, but 5 minutes a day, point it to your head, and it penetrates the skull, but it stimulates brain cells. And so it's supposed to help in a lot of different ways with your health. But this is something that naturally does it. And you can also buy helmets and real expensive stuff, but you can also get it very inexpensive. So if you didn't know that, the low-level red light therapy really helps. The fourth thing would be, it is a natural ingredient. It's an herb, and it's used in the world. It's called rhodiola. And let me spell it for this: RHODIOLA. And that's something that you can take. It is an herb. It is a Scandinavian herb. It's traditional Chinese and Scandinavian herb. I don't know how they both, but anyway, that's what it is. And it's called golden root or Arctic root, and it stimulates the dopamine receptors and helps with the enhancement of that. Number 5, something easy to get, might be a little bit more easier, and that's coffee. Drinking coffee is another great way to boost it. And, there's been a lot of recent studies showing that if you just have 1 cup of coffee a day, that it really, it helps wake you up. I've had it with and without. I know there's other forms of coffee light type things. I like the way it tastes. I like tea too. I guess tea, summer, winter, love coffee. I just do. And I love peppermint and different flavors and butterscotch in it. So it's just a very soothing thing, but it does increase the dopamine in the brain, and it signals the receptor. So it is an enhancement. And it's something you can take. Caffeine pills. What's the point of that? Coffee's so good. So coffee, that's number 5. So number 6, this would be a compound. You're going to love this one. Guys and gals, you're going to love this. This is beer, as in woohoo, college days, beer. So it's called uridine. Of course, you really do a lot of uridine and after drinking a lot of beer, but that just happens to be a coincidence. It's spelled a lot like urine, but that is spelled uridine. It's a natural compound found in beer. You can buy supplements, and I'm thinking, I'm not a big beer drinker, but I'm thinking supplements, drink beer. So I probably drink the beer. Not that I'm encouraging that. If you got a problem with the beer or you don't like it, get the supplement, but it can protect the brain and enhance the cognitive abilities, increase mood and motivation. And it helps elevate the dopamine levels and increases the plasma levels of uridine in your brain. So that would be number 6. Number 7 is cold exposure. Exposing yourself to cold can increase your dopamine levels. Now, that would mean like you could go outside, and it increases it if you do some sudden things. Like if you're in the shower, it kind of sucks, but it doesn't really bother me. Taking a warm shower, and then all of a sudden at the very end, put it on cold. Like I don't mean little cold. I mean like cold. Put it all over your head, your whole body. It increases your dopamine by 250%. Just doing that. So how often? They're saying every day. The research that I saw. So cold water immersion. I'm not going to get in the pool like that, but I'll do a quick shower. Have a towel ready because it's going to be chilly. Another way to do it is go outside with hardly any clothes on. What does that mean? Not a big parka, but just, a t-shirt, and pants or whatnot. Wear pants. But, that's not really, but just quickly going outside, and a blast of cold weather will enhance your dopamine. So that's natural and very quick and easy. Another way, number 8, would be, and I'm putting these together as meditation exercise. Sometimes exercise can be meditation together. Sometimes they can be separate, but definitely like with yoga or something like this, yoga, or certain things that you do. I think weightlifting is very meditative. I kind of get in the zone. So, but that does increase your dopamine by 65% and stimulates the vagus nerve. So meditation and exercise. That's number 8. Number 9 is ginseng. That's easy. That's found in a lot of teas. And you can have American or Siberian ginseng. It's just ginseng and ginseng, which you've heard, and it increases your dopamine, and it helps with your paying attention, your cognitive processing, and increasing levels of dopamine in the brain. So that's very easy to find in most teas. Number 10, this would be called CDP choline or citrulline and alpha GPC. And that is just a supplement. And it has been shown to enhance dopamine in the brain. So it's just another supplement. It can also be found in certain foods like beef liver. Like, who's going to eat that? We eat chicken livers in the South, but yeah, beef liver. I don't know about that. So good luck if you want to do that with the beef liver, and also egg yolks. That's more common, and that's a little bit better. So if you got egg whites, I can't really stomach that. I mean, but I would just get the supplements, the acetylcholine and alpha GPC. And you'll see a list at the end of all of these. If you want to stop it or print it out, you'll have a list of all these. Number 11 is salt. Researchers have found that dietary salt intake increases dopamine levels. So it would be better if you did the sea salt or Himalayan salt. And that's what I'm referring to. So salt is number 11. That does increase your dopamine levels and your motivation and memory. Number 12 is probiotics. And that helps with gut health. Everybody needs that. But it also helps with the probiotic species called Lactobacillus plantarum, which increases your dopamine. So probiotics, which I take one every day. I have a good one. I changed one time, and I was not good. It was a disaster. So I went and paid more money for the one I usually take. I thought they were all the same. Not all the same. So if you have a probiotic, and God, I can't believe we're talking about this. If you're not regularly going to the bathroom and like regular digestive stuff, I'm not going to go into all that, then you need to switch because they are really not all the same. So number 13 would be iron. Iron is a trace mineral found in every living cell, okay? But it's in our bodies. So you need that because it carries oxygen to all parts of your body. You need iron. And if you're not getting enough iron, you can feel really fatigued. You can start looking pale. You can be irritable. So the good news, ladies, is that iron is found in chocolate, okay? Especially dark chocolate. It's also found in my favorite nut, pistachios, and sardines. My granny used to eat sardines, and he would put it on a cracker with mustard, put the sardine on it. He'd get some brick smoked cheese, the white cheese with the brick thing, and he'd have that and beer. See, he's getting the beer, the sardines. See, look at that. He didn't even know. And that was his favorite thing to do. So dark chocolate, sardines, pistachios, raisins, and spinach. But, spinach salad, you don't have to do the pie whole thing. But you can do the spinach salad, which is really good. The green leafy is good for you. It's good for your body for multiple reasons, but the iron. That's number 13. Number 14, but we're getting down to the drum roll. Number 14 is omega-3s, fatty acids. And that's something really everybody needs. But one of the studies that I read about is that as you get older, it doesn't even have to come with age, but we all need more of the quality fats, like in guacamole, olive oil, the Mediterranean diet, because our brain needs that. From our baby, we would get our fats. As we get older, we don't get the right good fats. Your brain needs that. It needs that kind of thing. It is, it's these omega-3 fats that gives a 40% increase with dopamine, and it can be naturally found. My favorite fish, salmon, yum, yum. And then black cod, sardines. I'm telling y'all, get some sardines. Open a can of sardines. Seriously, it's very heavy in oils, but this kind of oils you need. Sardines, herring, and sablefish. I don't even know what a sablefish is, but okay. Someone's going to write in and say, a sablefish is. Go ahead and write in there. Or supplement it with krill oil. That's Krill. And krill, isn't that on Star Trek? Anyway, that's something else. So omega-3s. And you can also get the omega-3 fish oil pills. Get the non-burpy kind, because they can be, again, you need to spend a little bit more on your supplements. So drum roll, is number 15. And I'm throwing these two together because they're both alternative treatments, but not to have this list super long for you guys. I want to make it easy for you to understand. And this is just good information. It's good natural information, and your body needs it. Whether you get motivation and get more energy and less fatigue and more memory, your body needs this. But this, the last one is good stuff. It's acupuncture and massage. Massage, you can have trigger points they work on. They can loosen up the fascia. They get the muscles working together. The same thing with acupuncture, can help on a neurological basis, but it can also help on different levels, similar to massage, but they're different. They're actually complementary when done together. But these are both alternative treatments shown to increase the dopamine levels in the brain. And that's what we really need. And it stimulates the vagus nerve. So I'm going to have at the very end, you're going to see a list. And that way, if you want to pause it and copy it or whatever, you'll have it. So you'll have that list. And please keep watching Wisdom Wednesday. And again, consider being a member, a channel member, or a one-time donation really helps, because there is a lot of expenses with this, but you guys are worth it. I want to give you the best quality. And also stay tuned, because I'm so excited. This is something the Spirit told me, bam. They said, look, you got to do a series on this. And I just woke up one day and I started creating all this content and information and images. I'm so excited. I'm going to have a 12-week series. It's part of July, August, September. It's so exciting. And it's the Christian Mystic series. And it's just cool. I'm going to be going over the Knights Templar, the Rosicrucians, St. Ignatius, the Jesuits, which are an exorcist priest. I'm going to be going over Emanuel Swedenborg. I mean, this is going to be cool, y'all. You've just got to watch it. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be, I'm just going to say, it's going to be badass. It's going to be badass with spiritual. So that is the Christian Mystic series starting next week. You got to share, tell all your friends. It's so cool. It may not be 10 minutes, okay, because it's a little meatier, but it is some cool stuff. And it's learning, but it's also stuff we can learn. Like, why did people do that? Why did people dedicate their whole life to BA? One of the topics I go over is why become a spiritual warrior monk for Christ. I mean, like, you wake up one day and say, yeah, I'm going to whoop ass for Jesus. I mean, how did that happen? What is the point of that? What did they do? So you're going to find out about how these secret societies and, good ones, I guess, I'll let you decide, it came about and how that manifests. Are they still around? And what are some key ingredients that we can actually learn from that? And so I love the mystic stuff. I think it's fascinating, and it's something that's not really talked about. We're going to talk about it here. So look, stay tuned and keep watching and tell all your friends, and much love to you all. Oh yeah, and consider getting a reading with me. Why not? It's something that I really love, helping people. And many times Jesus comes through. He loves to talk to people. So much love to everybody, and God bless. Take care. Please subscribe, like, and make comments, and support this channel by becoming a member. Thank you for your continued support.